Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, based on the information on gov.uk, it says that if you live in the UK, you may be able to apply if you have a work visa, and this is talking about the indefinite leave to remain. So it's saying that you must usually have lived and worked in the UK for 5 years if you're on different visa categories like the skilled worker visa, the health and care visa. And it went further to say if you have a tier 1 visa, it can be 2 or 3 years before you become eligible for applying for the indefinite leave to remain. If you have an innovator founder visa or a global talent visa, it can be 3 years. Now, the interesting thing about this is if you're on any of these visa categories, you will be required to pay IHS fee for each year while you're on the visa. So basically, it means that it's cheaper to get your indefinite leave to remain if you're on a global talent visa or innovator founder visa compared to if you're on the skilled worker visa. So obviously, for those in the healthcare space, you don't have to pay IHS, which is a good thing. However, for those who are, on job roles that are non-healthcare related, you will be required to pay the IHS fee. So the point here now is that how you get to reduce your cost, especially if you've got a very large family. How do you get to reduce your cost and the financial requirement for you to be able to get your indefinite leave to remain early enough? So this video we're going to have conversations about, you know, transitioning from being on a work visa, starting from being on a post-study work visa to a work visa, then potentially getting your indefinite leave to remain. That's going to be like the summary of our conversation in this video. If you guys are something like know more about, do go anywhere, keep watching. And if you're coming across this channel for the first time, do well to hit on the subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. And my returning subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. One of the major challenges that people get to face when it comes to like leveraging on the global talent visa is being unable to like get endorsement. And one of the major requirements for you to get the global talent visa is to get endorsed. However, what people don't really talk about is that there are actually ways of still getting the global talent visa without necessarily getting any kind of endorsement. Now, if you're able to like, if you have like if you've been given an award, a couple of awards that I'll be mentioning later in this video, you can actually leverage on the global talent visa without getting endorsement from any of the endorsing bodies approved by the Home Office. So now let's quickly have a look at what this whole global talent visa is all about and how you can leverage on this visa if you're an immigrant looking at moving into the UK, or you're currently in the UK and you're looking at switching your visa to the global talent visa. Now, for you to get the global talent visa, you can apply for this visa to work in the UK if you're a leader or potential leader in one of the following fields: academia or research, arts and culture, and digital technology. And you must also be at least 18 years old for you to be able to leverage on this global talent visa. Now, for this global talent visa, basically, it means that you definitely need to prove that you're a leader and also or a potential leader. So you don't necessarily need to be a leader in that field. If you're tagged as a potential leader, you have the potential of becoming, a force to reckon with in that particular industry or field. You can definitely leverage on the global talent visa to, getting a visa to live and work in the United Kingdom. I'm going to give you a very quick, let's say detail about this particular visa. Now, if you go back on gov.uk, it also states that before you can apply for this visa, you can usually only apply for global talent visa if you have successfully applied for an endorsement to prove that you're a leader or potential leader. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky for so many people getting that endorsement. Now, for those who are in tech, most people get to like get endorsed by technician to show that, oh, I've got this number of years of experience working in tech. Look at the app I've built. Look at the business I've been able to build in tech. Look at the revenue. Just look at the seminars I've been invited to speak. On tech and all of those interesting stuff. And most people get endorsed by technician, while most people also get refused and their endorsement application wasn't successful. And this is because they're unable to like prove that they're actually leaders or potential leaders in those space. And this is where it gets to be challenging for most people. However, it then went further to say on gov.uk that you can still apply for this visa without an endorsement if you have won an eligible award. So it's not just winning an award, it's winning an eligible award to get or apply for the global talent visa without necessarily getting endorsements. I'm just going to talk through some of the awards across few sectors. So for example, if you're in digital technology, for example, and you're not getting any endorsement from any of the approved endorsing bodies. If you have an award called ACM Prize in Computing, you can actually leverage on the Global Talent Visa. Or if you have an award from Turing Award, you can also get the Global Talent Visa without having to get endorsed. So how to go about getting this award? You might probably want to go online and make more research on what are the eligibility to actually get this award. Now, if you're also in science, engineering, humanities, social science, and medicine prizes, you can also leverage on the following awards if you are eligible. So if you're given an award called Abel Prize, you can leverage on the Global Talent Visa without necessarily getting endorsement. AF, AVI Engineering Research Prize, Annual Review Prize Lecture, Benjamin Franklin Medal, Blue Planet Prize, Cadman Award, just to mention a few basically. And I think the major challenge I've got here is that it's quite difficult, almost impossible for someone from a third world country to get this kind of awards. Not that it's impossible, but that's why I use the word almost impossible, because most of these awards are usually, you know, for recognized, should I say, recognized achievements, which you might not be able to get noticed if you're in one of those third world countries. But anyway, if you're able to get all of those awards, you can actually get a global talent visa to move into the UK without necessarily getting an endorsement. And I think for people in the third world country, the best way, so when I say third world countries, I'm talking about countries in Africa, the best way to actually get a global talent visa, at least for the few people I know, is definitely through endorsements. You might need to show that you've got potential to become a leader in that space. And if you're in academic or in academia, you've got a PhD, I think it's very, very much important to leverage on your the research paper you've written, all of the interesting stuff you've done on your PhD to get an endorsement and potentially apply for the endorsement and then get the global talent visa. Now on the flip side here, I think for even those people on the skilled worker visa, I'm going to stay on the skilled worker visa for the next 5 years. It's not a bad thing. 5 years really moves so fast. I can't believe in by next month I'll be 4 years already in this country. I just came in how many days ago and it's 4 years. But anyway, now it moves really fast. However, if you're looking for a way to reduce the IHS cost of being on a work visa in the UK, then you definitely want to harness or leverage on a global talent visa where you get to spend lesser time on the visa and potentially get the indefinite leave to remain 2 years earlier. So just imagine how much you'll be saving on IHS fee if you're able to get, the indefinite leave to remain 2 years earlier than being on a work visa. And other interesting thing about being on the global talent visa is that you've got no restrictions. I mean, you can take up any job you want. You're not being sponsored by an organization, so you don't have to be loyal to an organization. You get to share code to work and rent, and it's not tied to you being in employment like so many people on the skilled worker visa, which it's a good thing in a way. At least it gives you that flexibility. You can own your own business. You can do a lot of stuff while on the global talent visa. But it's really, really important for me to tell you guys should I say the challenges that comes with being on a global talent visa. Now, because you're on a global talent visa and you're not tied to unemployment, you didn't get a job to get a global talent visa, most people tends to struggle, especially if you don't have a thriving business that brings lots of revenue. If you get on a global talent visa and move into the UK, it takes a couple of months before you can get settled, get a job, and start thriving basically. If you don't have a globally relevant job or a globally relevant money, should I say income generating business, that's the right word to use. So it's very tricky. I know someone who came into the UK on a global talent visa, and because the business he was doing back in Nigeria was earning in naira, he couldn't leverage, or having to make money in naira and spending in pounds was a whole lot. And trying to get a job or a business, starting a business in the UK can really take some time to build a business, make it scalable, start making money from that business. So basically, getting a global talent visa, you need to have a plan on how to still continue to generate income. So yeah, that's a quick summary of what the global talent visa is all about and how it's faster to get your indefinite leave to remain if you are on a global talent visa. So if you have any question around immigration, UK immigration, any question around transitioning to tech, just state those questions in the comment section. And if you're coming across my channel for the first time, do also hit on the subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. And to my returning subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So this will be the end of this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you.